Well, in his comments to NDTV, the RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan has made it clear that he wants corporate defaulters who are yet to return loans and clear debts to stop flaunting their wealth. Now, does the Chief Economic Advisor and his colleague at Niiti Ayog agree? Speaking exclusively to NDTV, both took a very different line from Raghuram Rajan, arguing that how you spend your money was your business and no one else's.
Raghuram Rajan, speaking at Davos, told us that he believes corporate debt is a huge problem. And when corporates, and you know some of the top 10 Indian corporates are in debt, when they, and I'm quoting him, when they flaunt yachts and have lavish parties, the messaging is all wrong. And when you juxtapose that with the argument that corporate tax has actually been reduced, it would speak to Thomas's narrative that corporates are getting an easier ride while the state is cutting down on social sector spending. I know you disagree, I'm just saying the narrative then,
no,
you join the dots.
The statement is not correct.
Which one?
The statement is not correct.
Which
the
one?
Corporate tax rate is not going to be reduced. The effective tax rate for corporates will actually go up. Don't focus on the 30 to 25.
Okay.
Focus on the effective corporate tax rate.
And exemptions are being
But what do you
eliminated.
think about this flaunting of wealth?
Yeah, but that's a private thing. It's not something that I can, if private people are flaunting their wealth, I as a public civil servant,
No. Private people who owe banks money are flaunting their wealth. Not private people who don't owe anybody money are flaunting their wealth. They're two different scenarios.
I think that to the extent that we have this problem of, the whole debt resolution, I think it needs to be done in a way that we apportion the cost of those mistakes and those decisions fairly between all those people who contributed to it, and then move on.
So you don't agree with making a value judgment, either of you, on corporates who are spending money while owing money?
No, but there's an important point that I want to make in this connection. You see, this issue arises because the assets and liabilities of an enterprise can be delinked from those of the individual, which is the entire limited liability concept.
Yes.
The reason the bankruptcy law is important is that's only true of the corporate sector. For MSME, the small and medium enterprises, even today, the assets and liabilities of the enterprise are not delinked from those of the individual. So the signaling part, I'm not reacting to the signaling part.
But neither of you are speaking directly on what Raghuram Rajan has said.
No.
Do you agree? Do you disagree?
No. I cannot comment on behalf of Raghuram.
Not on behalf, on your behalf, on your own behalf.
I think wealth creation is good for society, wealth creation is good for everyone, and you made tons of money, you go flaunt it. It's none of my business.
Right, but if you owe the banks money, should you flaunt it? I think that's what he's contesting.
that is why I brought in limited liability. That's the reason I brought in limited liability.
Arvind, quickly, and then I want to go to
I have no views on the flaunting. I think the point is that
even if they owe money?
No, but we have to address the owing money problem, not the flaunting. Flaunting is, I agree with Bibek. The owing money, we need we need institutions like the new bankruptcy law and other mechanisms for, fairly apportioning the costs of decisions made in the past between all stakeholders, and in a way that will allow us to address the problem, but also move on in terms of, increasing private.
So you're saying how people spend their money is their own business, even if they're in debt?
As a private matter, this is a private matter. I have no view.
Well, I don't want to enter into this controversy, but I think it's fair to say that the financial system is sometimes, biased towards the big players in a way that is not, acceptable. And I think, I don't know much about the Indian case, but I think this is certainly true in India.